I'd take you out to the garden today. I'm gonna get a few chores done out here. I just thought I'd start here in the raised bean bed and show you how well my bean bed fence is doing to keep the little critters away. So mice and or rabbits. Not all of my beans have come up, but that's okay. At least I have some beans and they look healthy and they're strong. And I'm still at this point kind of watering them every day just a little bit. But we're going to get some other things done around here. We're going to plant some peas and take down the pumpkins that are ready to be taken down, and I'll show you how to tell when those are ripe, are ready to come down. So that's got a good watering. And then we're watering other stuff that just needs kind of a daily watering. And I'm watering by hand these days because I can't use a sprinkler because my sprinkler uses too much water. So we have some watermelon, and I'm probably reaching for the sky with my watermelon because I don't know. There's no production yet, but it's still nice and hot here, so we might want to get one on before. So we'll see. Lots of flowers on here, so that's good. I have a lot of beds prepared for fall already. I'm waiting for the other things to totally die out. My tomatoes are starting to die out. And I let my tomatoes run until they're totally dead, or until I know it's too cold for them to grow anymore. I have some cucumbers here really close together, so I'm just going to take the best looking ones and take a couple of those out of there. I don't want too many growing close together. There's 4 right there. 3 is probably the best for that, and I just dropped the other ones on the bed there. But since these are seedlings, I'm making sure that they get lots of water. Grass is really coming up hard in this bed. So I do water my cucumbers every day, just because when it's so hot like this, you'll get bitter cucumbers if you don't. So that even though they're looking bad, they're still producing. So and as long as I water them good, we don't have bitter cucumbers again. This one is getting close to done. It's at the same point as the other one. You want these little curly cubes that are next to it, guys, to be all dead. And then you want the spine, or the little stem, to be starting to dry out. Now I'll show you ones that are ready to get picked. These ones are long past ready, but just to give you, see how the stem is drying out and everything around it, all the curly cues, everything is dead, okay? That is a pumpkin that's ready. This is also a pumpkin that's has been ready for quite some time. Everything around it has dead and died off. And this right here is dead. So I'm gonna have to hack this one out of here, which is okay. Tomatoes are gonna stay in place because they are still producing. And then those beds are horrible. So I'm happy to get the pumpkin vine out of there. We're going to spray these weeds with vinegar today. Just the grass that's growing up against the beds. My lettuce looks fantastic, so we're going to water that. And these are the suckers that came off of the tomatoes from over there, and they're doing fantastic. Look at that nice, beautiful tomato right there. So these are and then these two right here are from our dog's planting. This is one that's a sucker, and this is also a sucker, but the hornworms have gotten to those. But I mean, they are 4 feet tall. The suckers that came off of those plants that are 8 feet tall. So plant those suckers. And what a sucker is, I'll show you real quick. Here's your main stalk. This plant has 2 main stalks. It's coming up here, and this is a sucker. It's in between an elbow. So, and this is your main stalk going up again. And this is a leaf that's coming off that main stalk, and this would be a really nice, healthy sucker. So next year, take off these suckers and you'll get twice as many plants as you would. I'm letting these go and do whatever they want right now because we're at the end of our season, and we'll just get as many tomatoes as we can. Okay. So I think I'm just going to follow where this one is and cut everything else off so it will help ripen that quicker. Okay, so this is the vine that it's on. This is not. Put that piece. And that can come off. And that really cleans up that bed, and we can just burn all this, and it will now focus on getting that pumpkin done instead of developing more for everything else. This one can come off too. This vine that's running off of here. We'll cut this dead piece off here. And because this has mold on this, either you feed it to your chickens or you burn it. You don't put it in your compost pile if you don't have a really hot compost pile. So if you're running a really hot compost pile, that's okay. But without having that hot compost pile, you don't want to do it. So we'll just put that in there. Doesn't that look nice and cleaned up now? Now we'll focus on this one, same thing. Here's and it's running to over there. So we'll cut this piece off here, this piece off here, anything that's dead. And so now we can take this over to closer, and then I have all this to plant for my fall garden. You know, like a whole bed of lettuce or something. I have some seeds planted over in this far bed. And I also planted dill right here. Hopefully I can cut. Might just have to do this. Yep. And I have it tied up. Well, which is just going to come out. That's a heavy pumpkin. Oh my goodness. Pumpkin here. And so that will be clean it up and be a nice decorator pumpkin. Now my chickens don't like to eat pumpkin because they're rough. See, now I can see this is where this pumpkin was sitting, and now I can take care of all this grass too. So this is all going into this burn pile that I have out here. When you burn that stuff, you can use it in your garden because the burning purifies and gets rid of all that mold and all that stuff that's in there, and then you can still put it back in your garden. So you're not wasting, you're still producing compost for your garden. Oh my goodness, this is a mess. A tomato mess. Oh shoot, I gotta cut this out yet. Get this hori out. Or with my hori. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I think if I look at that. Oh. Down here. Now look how healthy that pumpkin is. That is a healthy pumpkin seed to save. Hopefully there'll still be some in there. But I'm taking this off. Okay, now let me see if I can push it out. Man, it's in there good. Hate standing on my garden bed, but gotta do it to get this out. Oh man, it's stuck to it. This is my home and I'm staying. Oh, tomatoes now. Wow. That was some workout. Ooh, what is it? Ooh, Ooh, they like the tomato. They recognize the tomato. So cute. Ah, there they go. A bunch of seeds out of here. I don't need them all. The seeds are good for pigs and chickens too. It's a natural dewormer. So we'll take some of the seeds out and bring this over to the pigs. There they go. How you doing, Reba? How you doing? Yeah, you're gonna love that pumpkin with your sisters? Oh yeah. They like their pumpkin. It's getting really hot outside, so I think I'm going to save the rest of my chores in the garden for tomorrow. I'm going to soak my peas before I plant them. That will give the peas a head start. I might even soak them to see which ones are viable before I put them in the ground. And I definitely want to put a fence around them like I did over there with the beans, because my peas, none of my peas were, I was able to harvest because of the rabbits. So we'll be doing that and growing those peas with a little fence around it, just like I did the beans over there. That has worked great, so I'm going to continue on that path whenever I plant these kind of things until we get a proper fence up. So thank you for watching. See you next time here on Hedgehog's Homestead. Bye.